Have you ever felt the crushing guilt of handing your child a tablet just to buy 5 minutes of silence? You know excessive screen time isn't ideal, but the battles, the yelling, the negotiations, the sheer resistance when you take it away, feel worse. You may find yourself cycling between strict limits and complete surrender, feeling like you're failing at a fundamental aspect of modern parenting. What if I told you the screen war isn't a battle of wills, but a fundamental battle against brain chemistry and the very architecture of their nervous system? The screens we hold are not neutral entertainment. They are meticulously engineered by design to be profoundly addictive. Every swipe, every colorful animation, every immediate notification triggers a rapid and concentrated flood of dopamine in your child's brain. This creates a powerful, yet fragile, reward loop that overrides their natural ability to seek satisfaction from slower, deeper activities like creative play or face-to-face interaction. When that high stimulus is suddenly removed, the child's developing prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for executive functions like impulse control, emotional regulation, and working memory, is overwhelmed. The inevitable meltdown, the screaming, the naughtiness, is not a character flaw. It's a profound physiological response to withdrawal. Their brain is literally protesting the loss of a powerful chemical reward. Our objective, therefore, is not merely to limit time, but to intentionally rewire their nervous system and teach them the invaluable life skill of healthy self-regulation in the digital age. This monumental task requires a strategic, neuroscience-backed, 4-step approach to establishing healthy digital boundaries. Step 1. The Parent Pause and Audit, leading by modeling co-regulation. Before you can realistically regulate your child's digital environment, you must first critically examine and regulate your own behavior. Research consistently and overwhelmingly shows a strong correlation between high parental screen use and increased behavioral problems, anxiety, and frustration in children. Children do not learn boundaries from lectures. They learn from observation. Begin with a digital audit. Are you frequently distracted by phone pings during meaningful playtime? Do you scroll during family meals? Are you checking work emails while assisting with homework? We call this essential foundation co-regulation through modeling. When your child sees you mindfully setting your phone aside, placing it out of sight, and engaging fully in an offline connection, you are providing the most powerful teaching tool available. A real-time, neurological blueprint for calm, focused presence. The implicit message you send is, "This connection between us is more valuable than anything on that screen." You must become the embodiment of the boundary you wish to set, making the phone a tool you control, not a leash that controls you. Step 2. Define non-negotiable brain zones, protecting core development. The common practice of setting arbitrary time limits, e.g., 30 minutes a day, often leads to constant negotiation and anxiety. Instead, we must define when screens are off limits, using a framework based on protecting critical developmental windows. These must be non-negotiable family rules, framed around brain health, not punishment. Crucial non-negotiable zones include 30 minutes to 1 hour before bedtime, to ensure the optimal production of melatonin and protect the quality and duration of sleep, which is vital for memory consolidation and emotional processing. During all shared mealtimes, to maximize social connection, verbal communication skills, and mindful eating habits, and during all transition times, e.g., leaving the house, going to the doctor, because relying on screens to manage big emotions during shifts prevents the child from developing their own internal coping mechanisms. We frame these rules as the family brain contract, rules for the entire household, including the adults, emphasizing that this is a collective commitment to well-being. Step 3. The intentional replacement principle. shifting from passive to active engagement. When you successfully remove a high dopamine, passive activity, you create a vacuum. If you do not proactively fill that void, the child's system will protest loudly. This is where the core of the teaching happens. You must replace the screen with a high connection, active activity. Instead of issuing the generic command, "Stop playing the game," use redirection with purpose. Now that the tablet is put away, let's use our amazing executive function skills to build a fort together. Or, let's focus our fine motor skills by carefully working together on this new puzzle. By naming the developmental skill, you elevate the value of the offline activity in your child's mind and connect it back to their growing competence and capability, reinforcing the positive feeling of mastery over the shallow reward of the screen. The replacement must be engaging, requiring effort and co-presence from the parent. Step 4. The 5-minute warning and transition ritual, a neurological bridge. The most intense screen wars invariably erupt during the critical transition off the device. The child is being pulled from a hyper-stimulated, often dissociated state. To successfully navigate this neurological shift, implement a clear, predictable, and calm ritual. Crucially, use a 5-minute warning, never 1 minute, as the brain needs time to cognitively shift gears. This must be followed by a transition statement that uses validation and clear expectation. For instance, "I see you are frustrated that it's time to stop. It's hard to stop having fun when you're winning. I understand. Let's do one final, huge jump in the game to say goodbye to it for today. And then we will walk our strong, energetic bodies over to the bathtub." This honors their feeling, validation, while maintaining the firm boundary, leaving the screen. Teaching them that boundaries are predictable and safe. This consistency trains their nervous system for smoother transitions in all areas of life. Implementing these 4 steps, the parent pause, defining brain zones, intentional replacement, and managing transition, shifts your fundamental role from an exhausting enforcer of arbitrary rules to an empowering coach of brain health and life skills. You are equipping your child with the ultimate skill for the 21st century. The profound ability to self-regulate and resist constant digital distraction. This comprehensive approach is the very foundation of resilience, focus, and deep-seated mental health. You're not failing when you enforce a digital boundary. You are teaching your child that their profound connection to you and their ability to find inner peace are fundamentally more valuable than any instant gratification a screen can ever offer. If you found this 4-step, science-backed technique helpful, give this video a like and subscribe for more practical, neuro-informed parenting strategies. Do you find that your biggest struggles occur not with screens, but with getting your child to follow simple instructions? Check out our next video on how to improve listening skills through conscious communication.